Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Time for another makeup declutter. Today I am working on single shadows. One's in individual pots. If things are in a palette, like a magnetic palette, I'm gonna do that with my eyeshadow palettes. But today we're doing single shadows, we're doing cream shadows, liners, mascaras, and brow products. I'm gonna move some of these things out of the way and we'll get going. I am sad to say these are all the open mascaras I have. I've opened quite a few of them recently. Let me show you the new ones. This one's new, this one's new. This one's new, this one's new, and this one's new. I feel like these guys, I know for sure that I'm keeping. I've had them just for a very, very short amount of time. I'm gonna hang on to these three. These are all tubing mascaras. The Clean Lash from Merit, the Smudge Stop from Hamish, and the Pick Me Up from M Cosmetics, because I'm working on a tubing mascara video for you. So I might pitch a few of these after I'm done. But I know these two are probably the ones that are the newest, the M and the Hamish. They've only been open for a few months. The Merit's been hanging around for a minute, but we're gonna clean house after I'm done with that video, but these guys are hanging out for just a bit. My favorite, I always have one on hand. I have two waiting in the wings, the Mascara Big from Lancome. This is my favorite volumizing mascara. This isn't going anywhere. And here's where it starts getting kind of hard. Here's another one from Lancome. This is the Lash Idole. I've picked this up probably 3 times already. This is my 4th tube of it. I normally get the trial size because although it is a good mascara, it's not my favorite. My favorite Lancome mascara is Mr. Big. But this one has been open for longer than 3 months. I think it's time to let this one go. Another one that's been open for too long is the I think this is the Caution Extreme. This is a great mascara. I like that it stays on a really hot, sweaty summer day. I get no transfer, no running, no raccoon eyes. This does great when I'm sweating. It's not waterproof, but I feel like it handles heat and smudging environments really well, but it's really expensive and I never get it on sale. So I'm not running out to get this one. If anything, I would get like the sample size, the one that comes like in a tube about half this size and isn't all black. Wand is the same. I know there are some people that say performance is different between a full tube and a trial size, but you know, honestly, I can never tell the difference. And I just know that this one needs to go. It's old and it's dry, but this is not a repurchase for me at this moment. But this is the 2nd tube of this I've had. It's not that it's bad, it's just not my favorite right now. This is the Seals Booster from Lancome. This is the primer from Lancome. I've been using this for more than a decade. I really like this, but this one's old. This one's gotta go. I was curious to see if the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer did just as good a job as the Seals Booster. I think it does. This is another one of those primers that is white. Oh, my camera is freaking out. Okay, there we go. This does a very similar job. I still like the Seals Booster a little bit more, but honestly, this is like what, in the $8 to $12 range, and this is in the $20 range. So if you're looking for a good primer from the drugstore, there's this one. But I know there's a lot of other primers at the drugstore. I do like this one from L'Oreal though, but this has also been open for a minute. It's time for this one to go. I have slowly been trying to try all of the Beauty Pie mascaras. This is the Flash False Lash Mascara. I actually really liked this one. This one has a much smaller wand on it, but it does have those kind of rubber bristles or silicone bristles, and they're super short. So I get a ton of volume out of this. This holds a curl really well, is great for me on a non-work day. I have real specific needs for work days, and I only use tubing mascaras on a work day, but this one is great because it gives a lot, it holds curl really well. It really volumizes and bulks up my lashes, and it's kind of like on the verge of a slightly gunky lash, and I kind of like that look. I know not everybody does. I don't want it to be to the point where I have like 4 little spidery lashes all glued together, but you can keep this from getting to that place, but it really does build a lot of beautiful, beautiful volume, and it's pretty nice and black. This one I've had open for quite a while though, so I'm gonna let this one go, but this would be a repurchase. I do want to try, I do like their what is it, their Uber Lash, the velvet one. That one's really nice. This one's really nice. There's a couple others I haven't tried yet, but I'm slowly trying to work my way through the Beauty Pie mascaras. This one's actually really good. I think I prefer this one over the Uber Lash. That's kind of saying a lot though. I have a complete like huge jar. Let me just dump them out here of mascaras. There's kind of a few here. These two were sample size of the Too Faced Better Than Sex. One has an L, one has an A on top, and these are so old. These were little mini samples that I let my kids play with, and I marked one for Ava and one for Lily for when they wanted to come and play in mommy's makeup. So everybody had their own mascara, but these have to go for sure, for sure. These two are brand new, have not been opened yet. Even though they're not in packaging, they came in a duo pack and the cardboard packaging was so large, it didn't actually fit in my glass jar here. So these I'm hanging on to. That's my fave mascara. Another formula that I love from Lancome is the Hypnose Drama. This is one that also, I think when it came in the mail, the cardboard box was all like smushed and wrecked because it came in a bubble mailer and it just got smushed. But the packaging here is fine. So I got rid of the exterior packaging. I'm gonna hang on to this. I don't even know how old these samples are. So I have a sample of the Clinique High Impact and the Urban Decay Perversion. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in my, like if my cousin or my niece or my daughter wants to go through and look through any of the makeup that I'm not going to be using, I'm going to put these in there. I don't think I'm going to use that, as well as this one here. This is the Volume Vixen from Pure. These are all kind of sample size. What else do I have that's sample size? You know, I'll put this one in there, the one from Rare Beauty, the Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara. It's not a bad mascara, but I already have like a sample size of that open. So I'm happy to put all of these in there. I do have like teeny tiny samples of this one from RMS. I haven't tried it yet. I also have a teeny tiny of the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. And I did get this birthday set. It's the Beauty Insider from Ilia. I decluttered recently, I decluttered the cream cheek product, but the mascara is still in here. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I want to try it. I've heard good things about it. So I'm going to hang on to this. These guys I'm hanging on to. You know, I don't remember what my thoughts are. It's been a long time since I've tried the Maneater. I'm going to put this in my, I have so much mascara right now. I'm going to put this in my bin to see if my niece or my daughter or my cousin wants it. That's going away. Oh, look, one in an actual box. I guess I have 3 tubes of Monsieur Big. I don't need Monsieur Big like for the whole next year. Love this mascara, definitely a fave. Here is something that I hold on to for nostalgia reasons. This is the Besame Cake Mascara. And this is just a, you know, little tin with you just add a little water or setting spray, use this little brush. It's very much a vintage kind of inspired mascara. It works great as eyeliner. I have used it in a pinch. I just haven't like gotten the heart to get rid of it. I'm not really using it, but at this point, I feel like it might serve a purpose down the road if I'm wanting to do like a retro or a vintage inspired look. So I'll hang on to this even though it's not a daily reached for product. Here's another one I've been wanting to try. This is the Come Hell or High Water. This is a tubing mascara from Cali Ray. Some people love it, some people don't. I want to try it, so I'm glad I have a sample. Here is another tubing mascara that I haven't opened yet. This is a full size from Velour. This is the Pretty Big Deal. It has a serum in there to help grow your lashes while being a tubing formula and a really nice black. So I am excited when I am ready to like film that tubing mascara video. I will open this and give you my thoughts on this. But this I paid full price for. It's been sitting in here waiting for me to get to it. But I'm hanging on to this. Here's where I tell you, I haven't had a Lash Paradise in forever. This had a little nail polish that my youngest is really into doing their nails, so I gave it to them. But I haven't had a Lash Paradise in forever. And I think I'm gonna hang on to it for now, but I'm keeping it in here to remind me that it is literally an unopened mascara. But this was actually not a purchase. This was a gift with purchase with an Ulta order last year. So this is what I'm hanging on to, plus my 4 Lancome mascaras, the 1 Hypnose Drama, and the 3 Monsieur Big. And these are gonna be my backups for later. Here are all the eyeliners I have. You might notice I still have one in the box. This is the illustrative liner from M Cosmetics. I have a couple more of these coming. I never want to be without. So this is one that is a backup of, where is it? You're in here somewhere, if I can find you, right here. This is it. This is the most beautiful brush tip liner. It's what I use daily if I'm looking for liquid liner, and I always go for the brown because the brown is a really nice, you know, this one's, oh, it's running out of ink. This one here is a really nice dark espresso brown, but apparently this one probably is gonna be put in the discard bin. I'll put it to the side, but this is a favorite, which is why I always want another, and I have more coming. So one to get rid of because I can tell we're running out of ink, and then one here that we're keeping. All right, other things. I really have been liking this from Rare Beauty. This is their liquid liner. This one's called the Perfect Stroke liquid liner. This one's actually really nice. This one is in black though. If you're looking at size, the one from Rare is this one right here. This one definitely has a much thicker tip and it deposits a lot more pigment quickly. I like the one from M because it just is a little bit more overall user-friendly, but I'm gonna hang on to this. This is one of the nice black liners I have right now. I don't reach for it a ton, but I'm starting to a little bit more. But if I really get into black liner, I'll probably just pick up one from M, but I'm gonna hang on to this and finish it. Another black liner, this is the Fenty Fly Liner. This one is nice, but I feel like, do you see how it looks kind of really runny and puddly? And maybe it's just that this one's been sitting for a while and the better, yeah, because like the first couple strokes are really wet and juicy and then over here it's not so bad. So I'm gonna hang on to this. I'm gonna try and finish both of these black liners up, but black liner is not what I usually go for. Oh, favorite brown liner, look how short she is. This is the Persona 24-hour waterproof in brown. Love this, that is staying. I also have the one in bronze. This one's kind of newer to my collection. I got it around the holidays. I've been using this. I like this formula quite a bit. Let's see, things I can let go for sure. Okay, this is not a bad liner from the drugstore, the NYX Epic Wear. You know, it's okay. This is one that I think my daughter uses. So this is one you can sharpen. I'll probably pass this one along to her, but that's not gonna hang around. Here is one I can probably let go of, the Hank and Henry Slick With It. This liquid liner I've had for too long. Oh, look, it's just oohing up everywhere. Yeah, I think this one is, and it's not very, okay, goodbye, you're done. So this Infallible Pro Last from L'Oreal, do they still make this? I picked this up a couple years ago. Oh, look, it shrunk. Yeah, this one's dead, this one's gone. But I liked having this color in burgundy, but obviously too old, needs to go. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, the KVD Tattoo Pencil Liner. Man, I've had this one for not terribly long. It is actually a nice formula. I wish it had like a sharpener on it. This works great above the lash line, but I don't love it. And I have a couple of black liners in here. Let's find all of my black liners and let's talk about them. Nobody needs this many black liners. This one from Milani, I am trying. This is the Stay Put liner. This is one that Drugstore Maven recommended. I'm gonna hang on to this and keep trying this. I know for sure I can let go of this Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense. This is one that I've never really used. I actually used it once to write a note to myself on a piece of paper. That's how much I don't like this. Bye-bye. And here's where I've got a conundrum, and maybe what I need to do is do a wear test and only keep one. I have the 24/7 water liner from Urban Decay, and I have the KVD Tattoo Pencil Liner. I have used both of these. Neither one of these are my fave. So here's the one from KVD. Is it just me, or does this one look grayer and this one look blacker? Maybe that's my answer. I don't know. Okay. I am going to keep the one from Urban Decay, and I'm going to put the, oh boy, I haven't even had this that long. I'm going to put this one in, see if my daughter wants it. Bye-bye. Some of these are going to get thrown away, but we're not keeping all of them. All right, here's one I've had for a long time, and it's a liquid liner, and I probably shouldn't keep using it. And this is the Milani Waterproof Stay Put Matte Eyeliner. This is actually a really good formula. I just don't like this kind of felt tip. I mean, look how black it is. It's like very, very black. The problem I'm having though is I don't get the precision I want with the felt tip liner, and I'm just not good with that. I prefer a kind of a brush style liner. This one's gonna go. I should have done this a long time ago. Oh, I love this. This is the Beauty Pie Ultra Color Pro Gel Liner. I have the shade, is this Molten Bronze? This one's really, really pretty. It's a nice, not brown, nude shade. I'm gonna hang on to that. And I do have another one from Beauty Pie. And this one here is in Very Pretty Plum. I really like this formula. So I'm gonna hang on to these two. Let's see. Okay, this one's kind of new, the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Eyeliner. This is the shade, oops, wrong end. The shade Fig. Oh, this one's definitely a cooler toned purple than the plum one. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna hang on to this one because she's new, and one of my favorite newbies is this one from Make, the Continuum Waterproof Gel Liner. And I love this shade in Gamma Ray. She's so pretty. Okay, my hand is gonna be covered up in the most crazy swatches, but it's kind of like this olivey green tone, and it's reading a little bit more gold, but believe me, it is very much an olivey green. There you go. You can see a little bit better there. But this isn't going anywhere. Love this. I also love that there is a brush, and then beneath the brush, there is a pencil sharpener. So you can make this twist up gel pencil sharpener as sharp as you want, and you've got two tools on the end to get utter perfection out of it. And when this sets, it does not budge, stays in the waterline. This is fantastic. This is the kind of liner that I want in more colors when I'm done with the other ones. All right, let's keep going. Okay, this was a huge surprise to me. This is the LA Girl Ultimate Eye Intense Auto Liner. Okay, this was a recommendation from Drugstore Maven. This is the one that stays put in my upper waterline. This is the one that lasts all day, and she's $4.99. Talk about a great hidden gem at the drugstore. Not going anywhere. This was kind of like a wah wah. This is the Chanel Stilo U Waterproof. This is the shade Prune Intense. It's another one of those kind of berry colored. This one's a little bit more burgundy. This one's a little bit cooler. This one's a little bit more kind of almost brown leaning. I'm gonna hang on to this for now. This works great above the lash line. I think it's Cherie Voyage. Here on YouTube. She's a professional makeup artist, and she raved about these, and I'm like, 30, how much? But I bought one, and you know what? It doesn't stay in my waterline the way she said it would. And maybe it's just that everybody's eyes are different, and my tears just like erase everything in the waterline. So this is great above the waterline. When it sets, does not budge, but this is not my waterline pencil. So I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna use it. She was spency, but I'm not buying another. All right, I've had this one for a while. This is the Liner Signature from L'Oreal. This was a recommendation from Jessica Braun saying it was great, you know, for staying in the waterline. Again, another liner that is good above the lash line, does not work in my upper waterline. So I'm gonna say bye-bye to this. I've had this for a while. I can let this go. I love this. Oh, and I'm sure I'm gonna burn through it really quickly. This is the Danessa Myricks, what is it? The Infinite Chromes pencil. And it's a duochrome pencil. I don't know if you'll be able to see the flip. There you go, a little bit of it right here. But this is the shade Amethyst. I love, 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 love. We've had this Rockin' Coal from Charlotte Tilbury forever. I think this shade has been renamed, but this is kind of like a slate gray. I don't reach for her. I'm gonna bye-bye. All right, I love this one from Pat McGrath. This is the Permagel Ultra Glide Eyeliner Intense in Black Coffee. Look how dark brown that is. That is the color I want my brown eyeliner to be. The rest of these are great, but like, look at the difference between the one from Pat and the one from L'Oreal. Yes, if we're keeping a dark brown liner, we're keeping this one. This one's great. This one doesn't stay in my upper waterline without transferring. It does smudge throughout the day, but above the waterline, in between the lashes, this is fabulous. And when it sets, it sets. I have never been a fan of the Essential Kohl Liner Pencil from Wayne Goss because it's one of those formulas. I like this color. This color is called Crystal Merlot, but it's forever smudgeable. Now, if you like a smudgy kohl pencil, you'll love this. The formula is so nice. It glides, it smudges, but it never really sets. And for somebody who has watery eyes, who has, you know, fine lines around the edges of the eyes, this just kind of gets in those lines and trails out with a little bit of, you know, tears, or if I have any oils building up on my eyelids, this is not a formula for me. I did recently get this I love this color though. This color is beautiful. No. Here is the Makeup by Mario pencil. This is called the Master Pigment Pro. I've been using it. All it says is Dur Pigment. Let's see. Ooh, very creamy, quite brown. How do we compare to the, oh look. Okay, so this is the black coffee from Pat McGrath, and this is the shade Perfect Brown. Now, I do feel like the difference here is this is a lighter brown on purpose, but when this sets, this one's actually really nice. I like how it glides. I'm gonna hang on to this. I have a love affair with brown eyeliner. I'm sure you can tell because there's like a million of them over here. All right, I don't know why I got it, but I'll tell you, this Shockwave LA Girl Metallic Liner. This one is called, I think, Ocean. Okay, look. With the right look, I love this. I have yet to wear it out of the house. I have worn it during like makeup playtime at the end of the day when I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do with the blue eyeliner and what I might actually be bold enough to wear. And then it's, oh, time to wash my face. But I want to hang on to this because I think maybe summertime, me and this Shockwave eyeliner might actually get along really well. This is not an eyeliner. This is the Intensifies Artistry Wand from Pat McGrath. It's basically a clear kind of primer to help adhere more glittery particles. I'm going to hang on to this. I actually really like this. This is my favorite gel liner. This, I think, is like the best. This is the Inglot AMC gel liner. I have the shade 90. Mine is used and abused. I might be at the point where it's time to get a new one, but you know, doesn't smell bad. I'm going to hang on to this for a while. I really like this. This is what I love to, if I really want the thinnest of thinnest small lines, I'll get the tiniest brush, shove this into the lash roots, kind of tight line with it, but not in my upper waterline, just really like on the bottom side of the lashes, on the top side of the lashes, as close to the lash line as possible, and a little teeny tiny baby flick, so it doesn't even look like a cat eye, just so it looks like my eye is slightly lifted. This is great, all day wear, waterproof, the best. And this comes in a ton of colors. So if you don't like this kind of dark brown shade, but this is my favorite. Love this. All right, guess what? These are single eyeshadows. Should we put them in? Let's put them in with the single eyeshadows. We'll come back to these. These 18 products, they're mostly liners. This is not a liner, and I still have one in the box. But these are the ones that I'm keeping, and these 10 are the ones that I'm getting rid of. Here is my bin of brow products. Obviously, I have some favorites. I have one of the fine liner brow pencil from M in Deep Taupe. Love this. I have another one on the way. I still have two unopened Micro Fluff Sculpting Brow Cream from M in Universal Taupe. Plus, I think another one on the way. I should have looked before I ordered, but these are probably my most used, most trusted brow product. Love, love, love. All right, other ones, look. Oh, okay, obviously faves. The Brow Flick from Glossier. Glossier has recently come to Sephora, so if you've never tried it, this is great. This is the shade Brown. And I also have an unopened Boy Brow. Love this. All right, and if you're looking for drugstore faves, this one right here, the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil from e.l.f. I use the shade Neutral Brown in this and in the Wow Brow. Love this combo from the drugstore. So here are all of my unopened faves. These guys are definitely staying. Let's go through the rest. All right, so here is my current Brow Flick from Glossier. Love. My Boy Brow from Glossier. This one, boy, you can see it's getting beat up. I've had it for a while. I think it's still got some life left in it, but I love this product. This is staying. Look, here's that M Cosmetics Brow Fluff, but the reason that I love it, look how skinny, how teeny tiny the wand is. And it doesn't ever have too much product on there. I love this. This is fantastic. I used to be addicted to the Legendary Brows from Charlotte Tilbury. This is less expensive, has more product, and it is a tinted fiber product and has that same teeny tiny wand. This is amazing, which is why never without. Here is the fine liner from M Cosmetics. The reason I love this is that it is not a round pencil. It looks kind of like an oval or more like a dash. It is a little thicker in the middle, skinnier on the end, but look how tiny that is. This makes the most precise hair-like looking strokes. I love this. So I use deep taupe in the pencil, universal taupe in the brow cream, best brows ever. All right. Love this. I just opened this. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I think I opened it up in February, but I'll tell you, this was the backup that I had. I used to have like, you know, backup of the pencil and a backup of this. This is my backup, which means I don't need any more unopened brow products. But if I'm going to recommend a brow fiber product from the drugstore, this is it. This comes in a really nice range of shades. This has a slightly larger wand. It's not like really, really big. It's not mascara big, but also one that I don't feel has too much product on the wand itself. I don't feel like I have to spend time like scraping it off. And it's a really, really wonderful product. Definitely recommend this. Some people really love this, the Thick It Stick It from NYX. Okay, I like this color, and the color I have is Cool Ash Brown. The problem I have with this is look how much product is like all over the wand. I don't have big voluminous brows. I don't. This is a fiber product, but this is like glue, like glue. So I have to spend a lot of time, you know, doing this. And I don't know that I have time for this. I don't know. And then I get to the point where I just barely get like just what I need. I got a lot of cleaning off to do. It takes forever. I don't have time for this. I don't. Some people love it. I think it's just not for me. All right, this is one I've had forever, which I really love, the Control Freak from NYX. It's supposed to be a clear brow gel, but by now mine is kind of, this one's really old and gross. Time to get rid of this, but this is one that I would repurchase because this really reminds me of the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but like $7, $8 range. This is great, but yeah, she's got to go. I have replaced it with a sample of the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is just a little clear brow gel. I wouldn't pay full price for this. I would go for something less expensive, but this is what I'm using on days when I have a little bit of pencil, but I don't want any more color. I need something clear to hold it in place. I've been using this, so that is staying. I've had this for a long time, the Foolproof Brow Powder. This is actually, I think, a great product, but I just haven't been reaching for powder products. So you have a cooler, deeper color and a slightly warmer, lighter color. And it comes here in this, so it shows you, you know, towards the arch of your brow is, and the tail is where you want it to be darker, towards the front is where you want it to be lighter, hence the two colors. And it actually comes with a useful, because it has a spoolie on the other end. And I think this is the useful part here because the little like foam applicator, this is for the birds. I don't know who, I need a brush, but it's nice to have a spoolie in here. And if you needed to, you could scrub the spoolie in here, maybe distribute a little bit of color. I think though that I've had this for long enough that I realize I'm not using it. I can put it in my discard. Oh, rose ink. Okay, so this is a clear brow gel. I forget what it's called. I never loved this. I feel like the brush, look how big that is. It's really big and round, almost bulbous. I didn't like this. And this never really held my brows in place. They always like fell, so no thank you. Oh, okay, I shared in a video recently some of the worst products. It was this. This is called the Brow Harmony from Rare Beauty. Okay, so it does have, where is the pencil? A pencil, I feel like the pencil is too soft. And I feel like there is way too much product. Look how much is on this wand. Like if I were to take the time to like scrape it off, oh, you can't even scrape it off. Look how thick it is. It's very thick, but this is one where I have to literally go through and scrape because there's so much in these bristles and it's kind of gooey. I don't know. I don't think this is a successful product. I don't recommend it. If you can get it to work for you, it might work on more voluminous brows, but I have kind of semi-fluffy through the first half and the last half from the arch out to the tail is like 4 little hairs. This is not for me. Here is the 1980s brow from Merit. Actually, I kind of like this. This is a tinted brow gel. I don't think that are there fibers in this? I don't remember. I feel like this is a pretty good job. I'll finish it up. Would I repurchase this? No, but I'm gonna keep it and try and finish it up. This is the Milani Weekend Brow. This is a brow pen from the drugstore that actually I think is a really good affordable alternative if you don't want to get the brow flick, if you don't want to get the Anastasia brow pen. This one actually I think is really good. I don't know that it is as long wearing as some of the other formulas. I'm gonna let this go because I've had this for a while, but this is definitely, if you're looking for an affordable brow pen, I like this one from Milani over the one from NYX, the brow pen from NYX. I forget what it's called. Is it the Lift and Snatch? No, the colors are weird. They turn a little purple. And it also is very, very difficult to spoolie through. It deposits too much color. I like how this has a really small fine tip brush on it. And I think that's what you need when you're trying to deposit hair-like strokes. So yes to this, no to the NYX one. I haven't had the NYX one in a while, but I'm gonna let this one go because it's been a while. Here's a brand new one to my collection. This was the Uma Beauty One and Done 2-in-1 Brow Styler. All right, we've got the smallest little pencil on one side, which I really like. I am wearing this today and I like it. And then it has a fiber gel on the other, but there is a little bit of it. At first I wasn't getting too much product, but the more times I've been using it, the more I find I get a little bit like collecting right here where the brush meets the wand. But I feel like overall, oh, I just made a mess. This is a really great product. It gives hold, it gives color. There are some fibers in there. I really like this, and I got this like for under $5 at Walmart. Don't trust the shades you see on the display at Walmart. Definitely look for online swatches. Not that online swatches are the end all and be all, but I think they're a little bit more accurate than those weird little color swatches that they have on the papers that show the price at the store. This is a great product though, I'm really liking this. Here is that e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil that I have a bonus of over here. This is staying. This is a really nice duo. If you like Beauty Pie products, I really like these. So this is their Archology Sculpting Gel. This one has fibers in it. It has a nice smaller sized wand. This is the shade Perfect Brown. This one is almost done. I'm gonna finish it up. This is great, but I really like it paired with their Super Brow Precision Pencil. This is actually a really nice pencil. I feel like it dupes the Brow Wiz really well, or the NYX Micro Pencil. This is really great. That is staying. Talking about that NYX Micro Brow Pencil, I have one right here. I have the shade Ash Brown. I wonder, is this too warm? Oh yes, I don't wear this shade anymore. I think I'm gonna put this in my discard pile. But this is and it's mostly for the shade because I really like this pencil. I like that it has a spoolie on the other end, and I feel like if you're looking for a small pencil from the drugstore, there's a lot of good shades here. I told you earlier that I didn't like their brow pen. I feel like the colors are off in the ink, but I feel when it comes to these kind of pencils, these colors are actually really good. I got this last summer. This is the Gimme Brow Volumizing Pencil. I've been sharpening it quite a bit. The one thing I don't like is you'll notice here that there's a crack in the cap, and that's on the end that covers the spoolie. But I hate it when a $20 what pencil has packaging that can't last for the whole life of the pencil. But the thing that's interesting about this is that it's kind of on the powdery side and there's fibers in the pencil itself. This shade in 3.5 is actually much better. It's a little bit cooler than this. This may not also be my perfect shade, but I can make it work. I'm gonna hang on to this. I do like this. Talk about affordable brows at the drugstore. This used to be the $2, I think it's now the $3 e.l.f. brow pencil. This is neutral brown. It has a really nice spoolie on it. I really like the spoolie on this. And I feel like the pencil is fantastic. I like a finer tip pencil, but if you're in a hurry, this will fill your brows in no time flat. You spoolie it through, you're good to go. I feel like although this is a fabulous pencil, I don't need this many brow products. I'm gonna put this in the discard bin. Not because it's bad, but because if I keep everything, look at my keep pile, my get rid of pile is not nearly large enough. So I'm gonna let this go. This is the Blade Line from Make. This is one of those pencils that has a slightly different shape to it. I like that. It is not as thin as the one from M, but it definitely gives more, it's not as round as some other ones and gives more hair-like strokes, which I like. And I have the shade Cool Brown. This one works really well for me. The other thing that's great about this is, guess what? She's refillable. So you can get a refill of this. I love things that are refillable, and it has a nice spoolie on the other end. I'm gonna hang on to this for now. I think this is a good pencil. It's not my favorite brow pencil, but it definitely has a place in my collection. This is the brow pen that made me believe that I could use a pen in my eyebrows. This is from ABH, the brow pen. Boy, this one is still nice, wet and juicy. I'm gonna hang on to this. I feel like the one from, ooh, yeah, maybe it needs to be kind of wiped down before I take it to my brows. Because if I took it to my brows, here we go. This is what I like. This is what I want. This sort of a line as opposed to these big wet and juicy ones over here. But I'm going to hang on to this. This is a fantastic, fantastic pen. I really like these colors. I'm going to hang on to this for now. This is a great brow pen, and I use the shade medium brown. This, by the way, is my second one of these. I think it's worth the price. It's a really great brow pen. Last one I have in here, oh man, I mentioned it in one of the worst products I had tried so far. It's the Sculpting Brow Tint from Make Beauty. All right, the reason it doesn't work for me is look how huge the wand is. And if I start like rolling it here, I'm gonna get like a huge excessive amount of product. And if I went straight to my brows with this much product, what? But this color, I love this color, because now if I were to take it to my brows, I would still actually get a ton of color in my brows on this cleaned off wand. But the great part about this is that when I get it just right, there we go. When I get it just right, it looks like I've just been to the salon and had my brows like tinted. It's perfect, but it goes everywhere because there's too much product and the wand is too big. And maybe it works better for you because you have more voluminous brows. I'm gonna hang on to this because when I can get it to work, it's so good. But when I don't, it just takes a lot of time, and I need to go through like 3 or 4 Q-tips to clean up around the edges. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try and finish it up, but I would not be repurchasing this product unless they came out with a smaller wand and a stopper that pulled off more product in the end. I'm getting rid of these 8, keeping these 15 opened products and these 7 unopened products. I don't know that I did as well here as I should have done. We're down to single shadows. Let's start with what I know is going to be easy. All right, this is where I have the bulk of the ones that I use regularly. I am not going to be getting rid of any of my Lisa Eldridge liquid Lorics. I would say I use all of them with the exception of this one here. This is the shade Viola. I'm still trying to figure out if I can get it to work. It's more of a satin. It's a much deeper shade on my fair skin. It can kind of make me look like I got punched in the eye if I don't do it right. But the rest of these are fabulous and beautiful. This is literally the one liquid shadow that made me believe I could do liquid shadow. So I'm gonna move all of these to the side, but these guys are staying. Other products that I know are staying for now, I used to have 3 of these. My teenage daughter grabbed one and was like, mine! But these eyelights from RMS, I like the way they wear. I like the way they look. And she took probably the shade that I would probably really love the most, but they set off her blue eyes beautifully. But I have the shade Strobe, Flare, and I forget what the other one was. It was kind of like a burgundy-ish brown shade, which was fabulous. But if I ever want it, I can go and steal a little bit from her bathroom. But these are staying, these are brand new. Here's the Inglot Duraline. It's kind of like a long wear product to go along with some of these things. This I'm gonna keep, but it's kind of like a tool. But yeah, it lives in here with some of these guys. Now, let's talk about my Sydney Grace cream shadows. All right, I have quite a few. Some of them I got in bundles. Some of them, I think I just picked up the wrong shade. Let's decide which ones we're actually gonna keep. Here are small little dabs. I'm not gonna rub them out because I would have shiny everywhere. These are, let me just like do one for you. See how metallic they are? They're super metallic. This one here is called Dragonfly. It has kind of like a gold green shift to it. It's somehow turning out much more green in person than it is on here. It looks more kind of like an old gold, but it's beautiful. This is one that I I've never really successfully worn it. It has a little touch of pink to it, but it's so beautiful. I'm gonna save this one because I'm gonna figure it out. I am for sure. This one here in Campfire is kind of like a slightly, I guess I am gonna swipe them all out for you, a really beautiful deep brown. I love this one. This one here in Glory has this kind of, I don't know, kind of purple, cool purple. I don't wear this shade. That's probably a no. This one here I have worn. It's a nice kind of cool silver. This one is called Down the Coast. That's a yes. This is the one that I'm wearing today. Let me see if I can find a clean spot. Here's the one I'm wearing today. This is Down the Coast. I like this one. This one right here, this kind of more peachy pink one, is one that I don't know that I'm going to get a lot of use from. This is called Destination Wedding. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, but it was from their kind of peach colored mystery bag during their Christmas and July sale this last summer. Probably no. I love this one here. This one's called Cliff Jumping. It's a really kind of nice taupey shade. I'm going to wear this. And here's the shade Blossom. I know some people love this. I just don't wear this shade of purple. I don't know. Should I keep it and stretch myself? I don't know. But do you see how metallic these are? These are great. They have no fallout. And if you have a perfectly like bare lid, if you have oily lids, prime your lids. If you don't, just make sure there's no skincare on them. These last beautifully. No flaking, no creasing. They stay all day. I love these. All right, so maybe I'll say I'll keep these guys here, and these are definitely my no's. I knew most of what was going to be in here was going to be I'm keeping. I love this Scattered Lights from Hourglass. This is one of my favorite easy go-tos on days when I just gotta go, but I want a little sparkle. I love this. This is the shade Reflect. This is staying. Here's one I'm kind of, I don't know. This is a loose pigment from Sydney Grace. This is called Welcome to the Family. And I have it in here. It's not really a loose shadow. It's a loose pigment, but I feel like I haven't really given it a fair shake because, I mean, look at that. Ooh, reflective. You know, I'm going to hang on to this and I need to use it. She's so pretty. Yes. All right. Here's one. Look how simple and how humble. This Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild. These used to be 99 cents. I don't know how much they are now. I used to have a ton of these singles. I actually really love this because this is like the exact skin tone of my eyelid. And if I ever get a little too happy-go-lucky and I get a little too much, I use this to kind of tone down or blend edges. This is very useful. I love this. This is an interesting multi-chrome from Danessa Myricks. This is the Twin Flames. This one is in the shade Lust, but it's hard to see, but when you get it on the skin, this is one of those that looks kind of white, but once it flashes orange, it flashes pink, it has some gold to it, and you kind of need a mirror to see it on camera. But when it's like just right, it is just insane. And it almost looks like nothing and then boom, orangey pink or gold. I love this. It's kind of a weird product for me because I'm not as creative as Danessa is, but I actually really like this. Now, one of the ones that I wanted to love from Danessa Myricks, these Infinite Chrome Flakes, I could never get this to work. Ever, ever, ever. I have kept this little styrofoam almost like stopper here because I find that without it, look how pretty this is. Like, it is stunning, but this just instantly goos up on my eye. I mean, super pretty, super reflective, fun colors, but the truth is this just flakes off everywhere. I can't get this to work. So because I am not smart enough to use this one's gonna go. Here are two singles from M. These are the Cosmic Pearl Dewy Eyeshadows. These have a really nice soft feel to them. They're really pretty, really metallic. I have more of a bronzy shade and more of a kind of cool taupey shade. I like these. And I forget that I have them, so these are gonna stay. I have these three Catrice eyeshadow singles. These are so pretty, but I never reach for these. I think these would be one that maybe my daughter would like to make like a one shadow look out of. Like really pretty, but not too much. This one here is kind of like a blue-brown pigment. This one's a little bit more burgundy. I think I'm gonna let these go because I've had these and I just never reach for them. All right, last things in here are these two These are just like those crayons. This one here from Beauty Pie, I actually really like quite a lot. This one blends beautifully, wears really well. This is Wild Violet. This one's really nice. And guess what? We've got a caviar stick here from Laura Mercier. This is the shade Strapless. This is actually a really nice shade. I know it doesn't look like it's swatching very well, but my hand is wet from wiping down swatches. I think I'm gonna hang on to both of these. I think if you're looking for a less expensive version of the caviar stick from Laura Mercier, these kind of eye crayons from Beauty Pie are really fantastic. Really nice and affordable, and they last beautifully, but I'm gonna hang on to both of these. Last to go is this little tray here of a ton of singles, mostly ColourPop. This one here from Tom Ford I've had for forever. This is the cream color for eyes in the shade Spice. I never use this. I don't know why. It's really pretty. No, goodbye, Tom Ford. That's funny. Here's one that I actually really like, and I don't use it because I have too many. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. Is this like bronzed taupe? Oh, is that what this is called? Bronze taupe, how did I know? Yes, this is the only one of these that I've kept. I've had this for such a long time. This is a beautiful one shadow look. I keep saving it thinking I'm gonna use it. And maybe if I save it and I get rid of much else, I actually will. But it's such a pretty, like easy, let's just go to work. You know what though? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it for now. This one here from Cargo, I don't know where I got it. I think it came in a gift set or something. It's called Columbia. It's swatched right here. I used to use this to set down my eyeliners, but I've got better eyeliners now. I don't need you anymore. And then I used to have probably like 50 Super Shock shadows. I pared it down to this last time, and guess how many of these I've used in the last year? Maybe like 3. So let me just take a quick look at these and decide what's staying and what's going. I love this one here. This is Kush. This is a beautiful cool shade. This is Thirsty Girl. This is what it looks like. It's still beautiful and squishy and smushy. I'm keeping this one. This one right here was a limited edition birthday from like, I don't know how many years ago, but it's still so pretty. Look, oh, love. I'm gonna keep this one. This one, the name came off the back. I don't know what shade this is, but it's right here and it's stunning. I love that. All right, oh, Plunge. They don't make this one anymore, and this one is a shame because this is the prettiest one shadow look. Oh, love this. Love this. And this is why I kept the Inglot Duraline, because mixing a drop of Duraline in here can kind of reconstitute these guys that are a little older and a little bit more dried out. They're not as squishy as they used to be. But the fact that I hit pan on this means this is one that I actually use. I'm going to get rid of this one. This one's in Sequin. First of all, it's dried. I could reconstitute it with the Duraline, but I actually don't really like the shade that much. So that one's going to go. I got a new one of these because it was just so beautiful. Yes, okay. Hello, Millionaire. I see you. I understand you. I have 2 Millionaires. I'm going to keep this one. I know this one's newer. I'm going to let the old one go. This is one called Birthday Cake. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to let this one go. Here's one that needs a little Duraline to bring it back to life, but this is Ladybird. It is such a pretty uber metallic glitter shade. I think this is one that I would actually use. I'm gonna hang on to that. These are 2 of my favorites. This is Birthday Girl. This is Birthday Boy. I'm hanging on to these. I'm only hanging on to 3 of the birthday shades. I used to have all of the birthday shades, but these are my favorite. I think that this is a much better collection of what I would actually use. And you know what, honestly, although this Infallible eyeshadow is beautiful, I have something very similar from Sydney Grace that I think I would use more, so I can let this go. I am keeping these 33 products. So these are the products that either are expired or I'm just not like enough of a makeup artist to figure out, and the ones that I'm not using. And I feel like it's time to I should have been a little bit more brutal, but this is what I could bear to part with. This is everything I have decluttered so far in my declutter. This is kind of like a really big bin. It is, oh, it's getting heavy. All right, my goal is to continue doing this. I have eyeshadows, I have lip products. I don't want to do that, but I can't just keep hoarding stuff. And you know, oddly enough, some of the stuff is literally brand new, never been used. Like, come on, I need to do better. But thank you so much for watching today. Let me know what sort of products that you have purchased that just don't work for you. Maybe they're single eyeshadows, maybe they're mascaras or brow products, or your favorites. Like, yes, I love that one too. Let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you again so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon.